Howard, my husband fell at a construction site. I knew it wasn't safe.
At Aiken Law, we're one of the largest filers of workers' compensation claims in the state. If you've been hurt on the job, in a car accident, or suffered a medical mistake, call 312-6-MILLION.
That was outstanding. Came out with a game plan. He obviously executed it, was aggressive with the fastball, ended up getting us more light than we anticipated, and just really awesome.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
Just with the way he was pitching, was there a thought to maybe leave him in longer?
No, that's kind of his capacity there. I thought we actually pushed him further than, we were really comfortable with and kind of had game plan for, especially coming out of the New York series where he took that ball off the elbow. So, great stuff from him and did a great job.
What was most frustrating, the lack of offense or people following Sean not being able to hold it down?
I think for us on the pitching side, obviously Joe Rock coming in and doing a nice job getting that out with the bases loaded, and then maybe a couple of the lefties that he faced that we like for him to handle and get out. But overall our pitching staff did a good enough job to keep us in that ball game. The 4 runs there, and just offensively, just couldn't get anything going. Obviously Antonacci sets a tone and does a great job, but then just really couldn't get anything going. I don't know how many innings we went without a base runner or a hit, but just couldn't really get it going offensively.
What did you see from Melton on their side today?
Really good fastball, and really I think he beat us with a fastball today. Also used a cutter effectively. So, we've seen him a couple times now, and a couple times he's pitched really well against us.
Grant hasn't pitched since last Sunday, I want to say, against the Dodgers. I understand you had 2, kind of one-sided losses against the Yankees, and then Burt, was dominant against the Yankees. Is he okay? Was he available today?
Yeah, he's available and fine, and really just trying to find the right spot for him. How special Grant is, and we want to make sure that we're using him in the right spots, and those just really haven't come up the last few days.
You mentioned kind of like I think 18 games in 19 days, and kind of rotate guys a little bit when you see an offensive effort like this. Do you think of like fatigue or just the grind of the season building up on guys at all?
I'm not sure about that. I would say no. I think that, for us, been so good offensively, even in the last couple, sometimes you just get beat, and I think today was one of those days.
With the fly ball that they ruled green dropping, I guess, is that kind of it looks kind of iffy on replay, even like whether it was transfer or drop. Is there kind of really nothing Antonacci can do in that situation?
That's a tough one. I think the only thing that you do is try and pick up the umpire and see what the call is, and that all happens really fast. You're trying to, make a decision based on what you see, and then to pick up the umpire is tough. So he's kind of in no man's land either way. So, maybe a learning experience there, but I think just kind of a tough play for Antonacci.
Does the off day on Thursday help you avoid having to have a bullpen day again on the next turn?
Yeah, we'll see where we're at there. I think there's a number of options that we'll look at, but we'll see once we get there.
Actually, the results were perfect out there. How did you feel through the 3 innings?
Yeah, I felt good. I was able to kind of ramp up, treated like the outings I've been having recently, kind of like bullpen style. Yeah, I knew I had probably 2+ there, kind of like my longer outings I've been doing, so just kind of went out there and tactically had a bit.
I know you were pitching really well. Will felt like he kept you out there too long, but did you feel like you had a little bit more to give?
Oh no, I felt perfect to me. I was like, come on, pitch count days. I was doing 42 pitches. That's probably right in a comfortable zone right now. Haven't not been too built up, but good efficient 3. I was kind of hoping for that, so that was good. Yeah, everything held up. The trainers got it all ready to go. Everything felt fine.
We're asking Sam this, and you've been around for a while in some different situations, but you guys have played really good baseball for a couple months. Now you're kind of a team that people are chasing. The Tigers almost had to at least win the series. Does it feel? Do you see any difference in the team with that? With it being in that role now?
I don't have anything to compare it to this first year, but I think we kind of just, started playing good baseball pretty early, and we've been rolling through. We've faced kind of a little streak of really good teams. We've been playing really good baseball still. I know the road trip hasn't gone awesome, but we're still playing good baseball as part of it. This is bound to happen, so just kind of keep moving forward the way we have been, and it'll be good.
Given how often you guys use openers and your just starter mentality as is that a role that you're willing to embrace a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. I always love the night, just innings wherever I can get them. And something that's at the beginning of the game, it's nice and prep pretty good. So it was I was kind of looking for that all year, so I was glad to get one.
You talk a little bit about last year, how much you worked, like kind of setting you up for this. I feel like you're probably on pace for 90, 100. Do you feel like you're still probably in a good spot because this is something you've done before?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't done what feels like a lot to me, so I feel good. I've been 2+ most of the time. Last year I started out as a starter going like 4-5 and then 4-5 out of the pen, so that was kind of like got pretty aggressive at one point. So I feel like this year's been smoother, so it's been easier as far as that goes.
With
What'd
them
you make of-
looking for a fifth, could you think of like moving back into the rotation, or is that
Yeah, whatever they want to call it or whatever they want to do, I'm open to opening, long opening starters, whatever you want to call it. I'm open to just pitching a bunch of innings. So
What'd you make of the catch Sam had batting first?
that was awesome. Kind of got jumped with him a little bit there, but that was perfect. He kind of elevated a little early, and then he's athletic as anything, so he stayed up there. That was nice.
How did challenge you guys today?
He just filled it up. He competed early on. He made that first mistake in the first, but yeah, was mixing in every pitch he had. And, but yeah, hats off to him. But I feel like we just got to do a better job of stringing together some stuff and putting together a little better ABs. But this part about the sport is we get to do it all again tomorrow. So. Can't really do that in basketball or football or whatnot, so excited for tomorrow.
Can you take us through that at with that home run there and what you're looking for?
Just trying to get on base to lead off the game for Vargy and Benintendi coming up behind me, and was able to get a good pitch and put a good swing on it. Yeah.
We're just talking well about the play on the ball. It looks like green caught it and it's a transfer. Is it kind of tough to read in the second because it wasn't maybe up to look at the umpire, but you got to figure out a split second?
Yeah, I was looking at the umpire and I saw him, go like this, and kind of just had a brain lapse there. I feel like the thought in my head was I didn't want to, have a double play just because, I was going to second and then he called something, and yeah, it was just a weird play overall, but now everyone knows.
You guys have played such good baseball. 6 weeks, 2 months, whatever. Is it a different feel being the team that's being chased a little bit now? Detroit kid did this weekend, pretty much having to win the series at the very least, being 8-9 years old.
No, it's just the same goal each and every day. Is just play good baseball and win a good, just put together our best foot each and every day, and we can do that today. So yeah, just gotta regroup and do it again tomorrow. But it's good. I mean, the loss hurts. Last year and the year before, I don't think it was like that. I think it was just show up, maybe win or lose, and then go home, go on about your day. But we think about this one, we gave it our all, but go out again tomorrow.
Being able to turn around some up and in fastballs a lot this last week, is that a way that you were being attacked early on that you noticed or were able to kind of adjust to, after being called up?
No, just seeing the ball and reacting, and continue to just go about my routine each and every day, and hopefully just get more comfortable with the pitching.
That big catch in the bottom of the first, did you impress yourself there a little bit with your hops? Big catch.
No, I like to think I was a good basketball player, so kind of want to go try and dunk now. But no, just happy to help out Sean, and he threw really well today, and super happy for him.
Did you have any dunks in high school?
Hell no.